What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Screen Realm. My name's Guillermo, and this is a breakdown of the big DC Universe news involving James Gunn. A big change up in the DC movie universe with filmmaker James Gunn and producer Peter Safran taking the wheel. Now, allow me to take you through it. So Warner Brothers is replacing their DC Films division with a newly formed division called DC Studios, and filmmaker James Gunn and producer Peter Safran have signed a 4-year deal as co-chair and co-CEOs. Now this means that the two will be steering the DC's movies, television and animated projects. So what will Gunn and Safran be taking care of? Well, according to The Hollywood Reporter, the outlet that initially broke the news, Gunn will be handling the creative side of things of the universe's direction, and Safran will be focused on the production and business side of things. James Gunn, for those who may not know, is a filmmaker whose many credits include DC and Marvel projects. For DC, he directed 2021's The Suicide Squad, and he's also behind the spin-off series Peacemaker starring John Cena. For Marvel, Gunn has directed the Guardians of the Galaxy Parts 1 and 2, as well as the upcoming Part 3 and the soon-to-be-released Disney Plus special, The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. His other film credits as director include 2006 horror comedy Slither and 2010 vigilante dark comedy Super, and as screenwriter, he penned Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake and the 2002 and 2004 Scooby-Doo movies, among other credits. As for Safran, he's a longtime producer whose many credits include Gunn projects The Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, as well as DC films Aquaman and Shazam. Oh, and Safran's move up in WB probably wasn't a complicated deal to finesse, seeing as he was already in a first look deal at the studio. His Warner Brothers connected credits also include the films in the hit horror franchise that is the Conjuring universe. It's also important to note that Gunn and Safran are expected to continue their respective directing and producing gigs, so there's plenty of work ahead for these two, and it will be interesting to see how Gunn in particular juggles with overseeing so much and occasionally focusing in on his own creative WB/DC endeavors. Apart from directing, as I said, he has many screenwriting credits as well. I should also point out that under this deal, Gunn will reportedly only be directing films and television series that fall under the Warner Brothers Discovery/DC banners, so that means no Marvel projects for a while at least, after Guardians 3 and the Guardians Holiday Special are released. In a joint statement, Gunn and Safran said, "We're honored to be the stewards of these DC characters we've loved since we were children. We look forward to collaborating with the most talented writers, directors, and actors in the world to create an integrated, multi-layered universe that still allows for the individual expression of the artists involved. Our commitment to Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Harley Quinn, and the rest of the DC stable of characters is only equaled by our commitment to the wonder of human possibility these characters represent. We're excited to invigorate the theatrical experience around the world as we tell of some of the biggest, most beautiful, and grandest stories ever told." In regards to the company hierarchy, Gunn and Safran will be reporting to Warner Brothers Discovery boss David Zaslav, who moved into the position as DC Films president Walter Hamada exited. Walter Hamada had been president of DC Films for the past 4 years. According to Deadline, we hear Hamada knew his days were numbered and that this would be the outcome even before he met Zaslav, who has been transparent in his desire to bring an exec like Marvel chief Kevin Feige to run DC across all mediums. As for which upcoming DC projects Gunn and Safran will be overseeing, it's a bit of a mixed bag at the moment, seeing as some projects had already been coming together before this deal was locked in. The planned Joker sequel, Joker Folie à Deux, for example, which will have Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, won't be under the eye of Gunn and Safran. It's also unclear whether Gunn and Safran will have a hand in the project spawned from the Batman movie. The Batman director Matt Reeves has a sequel in the works, and there are series spin-offs that have been put in development. So the good news on the Batman side of things is that things are still moving ahead there, considering the cancellations of many DC projects such as Supergirl, Wonder Twins, and Batgirl. Batgirl, which had finished filming, was just shelved with no word as to whether we'll ever see it be released. But apart from Joker 2 and this Batman verse, it looks like Gunn and Safran have a big hand in the DC Universe's overall direction going forward. So what does Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige think of James Gunn leaving Marvel altogether to take on a giant gig with the competition? Hey, They're buddies, so don't expect any Marvel vs DC heat coming from either side, at least not yet. When asked about his thoughts on Gunn's new role, Kevin Feige told Deadline, well, he's got a lot of work to do for Marvel between now and May, which he's well aware of, but after that, I'll be first in line to see anything he does. And James Gunn was asked on Twitter if he hated Kevin Feige now. Gunn's response, not only do I love Kevin, he was the first person I told after I did the deal with DC, John Cena was the second. Contrary to popular belief, a dollar less for Marvel is not a dollar more for DC. DC and Marvel have the common goal of keeping the theater-going experience vibrant and alive. That's it. I hope you enjoyed that bit of a news breakdown. What do you think of this big development in the DC universe? Are you excited about James Gunn and Peter Safran jumping on board in such a big way? Or do you think it maybe isn't such a good idea? Let me know in the comment section below, and as always, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you still haven't to stay tuned with all things Screen Realm. Catch you soon.